Assalamualaikum. My name is NORANIS IRYANI BINTI RIPIN and my matrix number is A22A0522.
Assalamualaikum. My name is NORMAIZATUL binti JAMIL. My matrix number is A22A0155.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is NORAISHAH SHAFIQA. My matric number is A22A0477.
My name is NORFATIN FARISYAH binti Mohamad YUNUS and student ID A22A0506. So today, I'm going to present our FYP about the influence of e-commerce service quality on consumer satisfaction in reverse logistics among UMK City Campus students.
But background of the study, e-commerce has grown rapidly in recent years and this has led to an increase in product return, exchange and recycling activities. This activity known as reverse logistics. However, the satisfaction level of customers, especially university students, depends heavily on service quality factors such as reliability, responsiveness, timeliness, and the technology used by e-commerce platform. For UMK students, online shopping is a daily routine. They expect fast, reliable, and user-friendly service when returning or exchanging products. But in Malaysia, there are still limited studies that examine how the service quality influences reverse logistics satisfaction among university students. This study is important because it helps us understand the factors that affect student satisfaction during the return process by using the self-call and e-self-call framework. Most importantly, the finding can help e-commerce platforms improve their service logistics system.
Next, I will explain about the problem statement. Nowadays, online shopping is growing very fast, but many small businesses still do not have a proper reverse logistics system. Most of them only treat returns as a customer service task instead of having a structured process. Because of that, issues like low reliability, slow processing, weak technology support, and poor responsiveness often happen. Even though reverse logistics is important, very few studies focus on university students, especially those in, I would say, suburban areas like UMK. Most past research only looks at the general customer. So, our study aims to fill that gap by examining how service quality dimensions such as reliability, timeliness, technology, and responsiveness will affect the UMK students' satisfaction with reverse logistics.
Now I will explain the research question and also the research objective for our research. The first one, how does the responsiveness of e-commerce platforms influence UMK students' satisfaction in reverse logistics? Second, what is the relationship between the reliability of e-commerce platform and UMK student satisfaction in reverse logistics? Third, how does the timeliness of e-commerce platforms affect UMK students' satisfaction in reverse logistics? And fourth, how does the use of technology by e-commerce platforms impact student satisfaction in reverse logistics? 4 research objectives in our study. 1. To study the relationship between responsiveness and UMK student satisfaction on e-commerce platform in reverse logistics. 2. To determine relationship between reliability and UMK student satisfaction on e-commerce platform in reverse logistics. 3. To assess relationship between timeliness and UMK student satisfaction on e-commerce platform in reverse logistics. 4. To investigate relationship between technology and UMK student satisfaction on e-commerce platform in reverse logistics.
The scope study to examine factors influencing service quality of e-commerce in reverse logistics and customer satisfaction among undergraduate UMK students. While significant study, first understanding a relationship between service quality and customer satisfaction in reverse logistics style. Second, improve service quality, facilitate returns to build consumer trust, and lastly, to support greater optimization in increasing knowledge about reverse logistics on e-commerce.
For the part underpinning theory, the circle theory introduced by Parasuraman, Zamhari, and Berry in 1988 is used to measure the gap between what customers expect and what they actually experience in service quality. It focuses on 5 dimensions: reliability, responsiveness, assurance, empathy, and tangible. This helps businesses understand whether their service meet customer expectations and where improvements are needed. Over time, SQL has been adapted into eSQL for e-commerce and logistics. This version emphasizes technology-related factors such as ease of use, information quality, system reliability, and responsiveness. For this study, SQL is important because it provides the framework to examine how service quality, specifically reliability, responsiveness, timeliness, and technology affect UMK student satisfaction in the reverse logistic process.
As from the previous studies that have been established, the service quality has a significant impact on shaping customer satisfaction, especially in e-commerce settings. So according to Najer and Udin, the rapid growth of online platforms, especially after the COVID-19 outbreak, raises the need to understand factors that influence consumer experience, including in logistics and delivery system. Other studies, such as Q, also affirm that elements of uh, reliability, timeliness, technology, and responsiveness have direct impacts on measures of satisfaction in services related to the delivery and tracking. Similarly, as Tonko stresses that in assessing behavioral responses, understanding within the specific user group is especially important in logistics-related systems. Most of these studies have focused on general consumer or urban population. So despite this, few studies have analyzed on how these dimensions of services quality affect the university student satisfaction. Therefore, it creates gaps, especially within suburban institutions like us, University Malaysia Kelantan, which this current study seeks to fill. So it is not a practical solution to break up into smaller classes whenever the size of a class increases.
Technology refers to the use of digital tools like tracking system, mobile apps, and AI to support e-commerce service. According to Alawade 2024, technologies such as IoT, blockchain, and AI have transformed reverse logistics by improving real-time tracking, predictive analytics, and decision-making. Meanwhile, responsiveness refers to how quickly and effectively e-commerce platforms refer to customer inquiries or problems. This is a key factor in building trust and satisfaction, especially during returns or exchange. Wong and Sung 2013 shows that high responsiveness leads to a greater customer loyalty and satisfaction. For UMK students who are used to fast digital interaction, delays or poor communication can reduce their willingness to use a platform again. So responsiveness is not just a service feature, it is a critical part of the reverse logistics experience.
Move to the conceptual framework, represent the independent variable and dependent variable. IV have 4 hypotheses: first, reliability; second, timeliness; third, technology; and lastly, responsiveness, while DV focus on UMK student satisfaction in reverse logistics. Move to the research method. First, research design, implemented for objective study. So we decided to use quantitative approach to collect data, its ability to address research questions to achieve our objective and obtain more information about the IV and the DV.
For this study, our population consists of the undergraduate students from University Malaysia Kelantan City Campus. There are a total of 6,971 students across 4 faculties. Faculty of Entrepreneurship and Business with 3,218 students, Faculty of Hospitality, Tourism and Wellness with 2,925 students, Faculty of Data Science and Computing with 552 students, and the last one, Faculty of Veterinary Medicine with 276 students. So we chose this group because they are the active user of e-commerce platform and represent a digitally literate demographic, which is perfect for our study. So as for our sample size, to ensure our findings are statistically valid, we refer to the Krigi and Morgan sample size table. Based on our population, 6,971 students, the recommended sample size is 361 respondents. So these numbers allows us to generalize our result confidently across the student population.
In this research instrument development, we use a structured online questionnaire to collect data from UMK students. The questionnaire was created in Google Form. It was divided into 7 sections. Section A for demographic, Section B for dependent variable, reverse logistic satisfaction, Section C until Section F independent variable like reliability, timeliness, technology and responsiveness, and last section a thank you note. In this measurement of variable, we use a 5-point Likert scale from 1, which is strongly disagree, until 5, which is strongly agree.
For the study, we use a non-probability sampling method, specifically purposive sampling. This approach allows us to select respondents who meet specific criteria and can provide relevant and focused insight for our research. As noted by Etienne, purposive sampling is suitable when depth of information is prioritized over generalization. So after collecting the data, several analysis procedures will be carried out through SPSS. We begin with descriptive analysis to summarize the respondent's background, followed by the reliability testing to ensure the consistency of the items. Next, normality tests are used to check data distribution, while correlation analysis identify relationship between variables. Lastly, multiple regression analysis determine the influence of the IV on the DV.
I can conclude statistically significant relationship between e-commerce service quality in reverse logistics and customer satisfaction among undergraduate students in UMK City Campus, and besides, from the beginning until now, the informal sources of help was the most preferred by students to seek help. Thank you.